Hands. You back? Okay, let's try this again. I think so, yeah. I think so. I switched internet, so we'll see. I have another hardwired. Okay. Give it a second. Let everybody come back. So, now we're going to introduce hands, but I'm going to show y'all a little video first.
Dead. I need fives badly.
Hey,
My God, the shots are there.
Oh shoot.
Okay. Oh my God, bro. Oh. I dropped the smoke in my.
How is he not knocked?
Good
Jeez. Jeez. Okay, let's go. I'm back.
Mr. Hands is still eating. Oh, you're on camera now, buddy. So, how's it going? So, Mr. Hands, first question, I'm going to throw you for a loop, is I know you had some health problems. So, you want to kind of tell me what happened and like if you don't mind. It should be working now. He is muted. He is muted.
Oh,
yes,
gross.
He is muted. Thank you, Bullet Sponge. I had muted him because he was eating.
You bring me back?
You're back now. You're back. This is the first talk show, so it's gonna be a little figuring out stage. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we got it though.
Oh yeah.
We got it. Okay, so health problems. Yeah. So who doesn't have health problems, right?
Exactly.
And so to consolidate things, it's been years and years of me gaining weight. And I had a couple surgeries, a gallbladder, a hernia behind my belly button with an abscess, an infection back behind my belly button, which was weird. So I had a couple surgeries back to back, like 1 year and then the next year. And then I all of a sudden over the winter, not this last winter, but the winter before, I gained like 60 pounds. And I was like, doctor, what's going on, you know? And the one thing he did not check was testosterone. And I basically had just about 0. So I think the measurement came out to 5. And a normal man's like, I don't know, 1,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
So you can imagine that my energy, my ability to gain muscle mass, sex drive, all the above was jacked up, was messed up. And so they went through and found out that my prolactin went through the roof, which is the female hormone for producing breast milk and enlarging the breasts, which happened to me. And yeah, it was just crazy. I was super ashamed and nervous because I was like, oh no, I turned into a trans person, which is probably controversial in and of itself to say, but I was thinking, man, I'm turning into a woman instead of a man, and I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to tell my parents. I didn't want to tell my wife really much of anything. and it was really hard, really, really super hard. And so, with all the lack of energy and all that junk, I played video games. I played PUBG, and I started to get really good at it. And
So is that what
it numbed the pain.
led you to the streaming?
Yeah, it numbed the pain for me, like a natural way of numbing the pain. But it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It helped. It kind of like helped me get through. And so anyway, they did an MRI on my brain. I found out I was allergic to the contrast, the medium that they put into your IV, and I swelled up like a pumpkin and hives all over my whole body, and thought I was gonna die.
Oh man,
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's rough.
But they found the tumor, and it was below my brain, hooked to the pituitary gland, and it's a pretty good sized one. And I was pretty scared. Everything that I read said that my personality would change, and that potentially I could lose my marriage, and it's pretty heavy, right? It's pretty heavy stuff.
That's heavy.
We don't have to dwell on this for too long. We can go on to fun things.
I just wanted to. I kind of wanted to. Everybody has their moments, and mainly with everything going on right now, a lot of people, it's all mental. Everybody has mental issues.
I will say that my mental capacity or my mental strength is strengthened, but I'm not there yet. I'm still working every day to remain positive, to remain driven, and I have streamed an unhealthy amount for sure since I started, and I think it was mostly because I can't do anything else. And it makes me kind of emotional to say that, but like
it gives you something else to do. Besides sit at the house.
I can't physically work right now, and so like I can't physically. I'm not even supposed to. I'm not even allowed to exercise.
Oh wow!
Per the doctor, like I have to go to the pool and rehab that way, and basically I can only go for about 15-20 minutes with the kids because they're gonna wear me out. I have a 4-year-old and a 11-month-old.
All right.
So, anyway,
let's go to the real thing. Why did you start playing? Like, why did you start streaming? Like,
streaming, it was September 26th is when I finally decided I'm gonna do this, and I ordered the stuff. And my little brother Levi Shmushy,
yeah,
it's his
I didn't
dream.
know that was your little brother. But yeah.
Yeah, he's 8 years younger than I am. It's his dream to stream, not mine. Never really was my dream to stream.
Same.
Never really was my. I never thought I would actually do it. That's the honest truth. It's like I didn't really think about it. And when you know more about my history and about me, you'll see that like I didn't have time to do it anyway. So there was no way I could have. But anyway, going back to you, Leroy. You talk.
Well, I mean, this is more about you. We're gonna ask questions on you.
Yeah, but like, what about you? What drove you to streaming? Tell me about you.
Well, me and my wife played video games forever, and I got her into PUBG. And one night she's like, "You should just try streaming just for fun." Well, so I did it through my Xbox, and of course, you only get one viewer when you start, and 95% of the time it's somebody your friend or somebody. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of just quit. And then I went to I just decided to grab a capture card, bought a $20 capture card. That's what I'm running on right now, is a $20 capture card.
That's funny.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get some better stuff, but right now it works. So yeah, and then I've met all these cool people just through networking. So
yeah,
it's crazy how many people and how many friends you meet just from Twitch.
So you sent me some questions preliminary, and you asked me what was your best streaming moment.
Yes, yeah.
And I think I've had many. But to go along with what you're saying, I said there are a few, but I will say that day, Wiki and I streamed with my little brother Shmooshi and helped him get affiliate. That was really cool. And then I remember Mohawk was going around recruiting people, and you were one of them.
Mohawk, yeah. Well, see, I
She's
met
just
you. Mohawk is a great person. If
Mhm.
y'all don't know Mohawk, the problem is Mohawk streams so early in
Australia.
the morning.
Yeah, she's in Australia.
So it's so hard to watch her, but she is an amazing person. She was my first actual mod in my channel because she was there like she would always like lurk or she would just hang out. But anyway, so I also know you got rated by Hollywood Bob. That's a pretty big deal.
So I to back up a little bit before we get into that story. I got into PUBG because of Choco Taco, and Choco Taco introduced me to Hollywood Bob.
Exactly the same thing, and he did me the same thing.
Yeah. So and Hollywood Bob, I didn't. Okay, so This is probably going to deter some of your fans and maybe mine, but like I didn't watch Twitch like ever, and so Choco Taco and Hollywood Bob and Visions and Swagger and Crutch and OG Pickle and all them, I watched them on YouTube. I only had time for the 5-minute YouTube stuff, you know. But I loved Choco Taco. I loved that he was very clean in his demeanor and his language, and so I could watch it around my kids, which was really nice. And Hollywood Bob was just fun. He was just like,
he's got energy.
Anyway,
he's got
energy. Yeah, for sure. It's a different channel for sure. And so I went into his channel one day and I dropped an immense amount of subs, and I just said, "Hey Bob, I don't want anything in return for this. I'm just letting you know that thank you for the last 5 years of content." And I'm like, I mean that sincerely. Like, I have watched you grow. I have seen you grow, and I've never been in a place to where I could provide something back to you to say thank you, and this is my thank you to you. And his mind was blown. Well, he ended up DMing me afterwards and just said, "Hey, thank you for that." And I just said, "Hey, like I said, no strings attached. I'm thinking about getting into streaming. I think I'm gonna move into it. I have my stuff ordered, but I don't want anything back from you. I want you to know that, Bob. Like, I like you. I like your channel. I like what you're doing. And I think what you're doing is really great. So let's."
So yeah, I mean, Hollywood Bob's awesome though. Like, he's always got the energy and stuff.
Sorry, I had a notification come in and it was so freaking loud because I was trying to adjust you to make you louder.
Let me tell you, I turned every one of my notifications off for the talk show because of that reason. Because I didn't want to be hit with everything. So anyway,
yeah, I want to concentrate on you, for sure.
Hollywood Bob is the very first person. Well, Choco Taco's the very first PUBG streamer I ever really watched. Like, I mean, but one night he decided to play with Hollywood Bob. Well, Hollywood Bob just talk show him to death, but they were playing games. So I learned a lot about Choco Taco because Hollywood Bob was just like drilling him with questions. So we're gonna open this up to chat about 10:30 and let y'all ask questions for hands because I'm sure y'all got some.
No worries, Born. Hey, to finish my thought though on the Hollywood Bob thing.
Go ahead.
So we chatted through DMs, and then later on, I was feeling the weight of. This is negative, right? I'm just gonna hit it for a second, but I was feeling the weight of like giving to people and then feeling like they needed to return, whatever. And so I was asking him for some clarity on how I could navigate relationships on Twitch and telling him I don't know anything. I'm naive. I'm ignorant. I don't know what I'm doing. So what can I do? What can I do? What is your words of advice, right? And he said, "Well, let me tell you about Choco Taco." And I was like, "Okay, yeah." I was like, "I want to hear the story."
Yes.
I'm like, "How did you guys meet? Tell me." Like, yes, I'm sitting. I didn't obviously react that way, but I was like pumped. Like, he's like, you know, OG Pickle and I was like, yeah. And
I know.
so he starts going into all these relationships, and he hit OG Pickle first, and he's like, OG Pickle and I started as little guys, and we grew together. He's like, network with the little guys, network with the guys that have similar accounts as you. Be genuine, be a viewer, don't self promote. Like, do your very best to just sub to them each month, love their channel, be there, talk to them, genuinely talk to their chat, talk to the person that's streaming, and be a good viewer. You know, and I was like, okay. He's like, so OG Pickle and I, we went up together. And I was like, well, what about Choco Taco? What about Choco Taco? And he's like, okay. And he's like, Choco Taco, I was subbing to his channel for 18 months. I was like, what? I was like, you had to wait that long to play with him? He's like, yeah, 18 months.
Well, I mean,
and I was like, okay. And he's like,
don't, you know, they don't want to. It's not like,
well, they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know who to trust, you know.
So yes, and they don't know what your intentions are. They don't know. So smaller streamers get mad because larger streamers don't raid to the smaller streamers. Well, sometimes they just don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
If you're committed long term to Twitch, committed to long term to helping them, and you helping whatever, you know. And so he said, he was. This is Bob, right? This is his personality. This is how he works. He was religiously like dedicated to making sure that everybody in Choco Taco's chat and Choco Taco himself had no idea that he streamed. And I was like, wait, what? Why would you do that? Like, why would you?
I could see that though.
He's like, because sense. I don't want. Because he's like, I wanted to grow organically myself. I wanted to be my own man. I wanted to, you know. He's like, I've lost friends through growing. I've had friends that have played with me since the beginning that now talk crap behind my back, and it's like, it's hard.
Same thing here, buddy. Same thing here.
It's hard.
All the people that I used to play video games with, they don't want to play video games like with me. But that's fine. That's fine.
But I shouldn't speak for Bob. I shouldn't speak for Bob. It was a private conversation. I probably said too much already.
Bob, if Bob watches this,
but they hit. So Bob hit up Choco Taco through Discord, said, "Hey, you want to run some games?" Choco's like, "Heck yeah!" And then they ran, and then it's been history ever since. So that's their thing. And, I should not say. I shouldn't say too much about.
Yeah,
Bob.
I'm sure Choco Taco already knew. That Hollywood Bob stream. I'm gonna. Hey, Dwight or Rab, will y'all shout out Miss Mohawk if you don't mind? If y'all don't have it, I'll shout it out at the end of this. I'm looking to see what else I was gonna ask you. Okay, what made you fall in love with PUBG / Call of Duty?
Because
I know,
okay.
I know. Thank you, Rap. I know you are. I know you fell in love with Call of Duty. So let's go with that, because this is more about streaming. Now when I get Ginger on here, I'm going to drill him with PUBG questions because he likes PUBG. But what made you fall in love with
PUBG? PUBG gave me that rush of energy, that adrenaline, if you will, that I don't get from any other game, at least at first. And so I would play. I played all the CODs since Modern Warfare 2, the original, right? Or you go back to Call of Duty Ghosts was really the last one that I really, really super enjoyed, and all the Black Ops and Advanced Warfare, all of the Call of Duties I played with Shmooshi. Him and I have played them since the early 2000s, since they came out. You know, it's not like I was not a COD streamer or whatever, or COD player before a PUBG player. I actually was a COD player before PUBG. But PUBG filled this void of adrenaline, of a rush, of fun, of close to lifelike. The gunfight's really good. Like I mean, there's just weapons that were really cool. That were really cool.
Yeah, my biggest thing is, and we've discussed this. My biggest thing is COD. Like in PUBG, you can 3-peak. The gunplay in PUBG to me is just a little better Now, COD is fun. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
played it for 20 years since I was like 12.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes you got to switch it though. Like you want to play PUBG, but sometimes you got to switch it. So I'm gonna try to play some more.
I think here's the thing with Call of Duty, right? There are some fundamental things that are messed up, like footsteps, ambient noise. PUBG's
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
There's some issues with like, okay, you can't do TPP, but you can now. They have a TPP mode that's available. Is it as good as PUBG? Heck no, not even close. However, the issue that I'm having is like, well, what game do you play? Like I didn't think I would. All right, real talk, right? The first 8 hours of Warzone, I was mad. I was thinking, I'm going back to PUBG. I'm done with this garbage. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And then even after the first week, it took us like 3 days to get our first win. And then once Moosh and I got our first win, it was like this rush of energy, rush of adrenaline. And I was like, okay, we can do this again, and we got another win and another win, and it was like, it took so much to get a win. But as far as pros and cons between the two games, they both are great in their own way. They're both are really, really great. And the hard thing for me is playing so much of Warzone and then moving to PUBG, just like it would be hard for you to play so much of PUBG and then move to Warzone and want to be good or great.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna be. I mean, any game.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I agree with you. COD. I mean, I've played so much. Search and Destroy. I loved it. I played it so much. I absolutely loved it. But as soon as the PUBG Battle Royale game came out, it's just different, man. It's just different. The gunplay is different. I haven't found a game that I like. Like there's so many games that's come out Battle Royale.
Yeah. But
I just haven't found a game different yet. I wish PUBG would change something.
I think Warzone could fill that void for you though. I think if you gave it 8 hours or a week of 100% dedication, no moving away, I think you would see that like it's just as good as PUBG in a lot of ways. Yes, it lacks in a couple, but the benefits outweigh the cons, if that makes sense. Overall,
COD or Warzone, I think everybody gets frustrated at every game. So I think like if I played PUBG and I got tired of it, I could switch.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I like Search and Destroy and like Team Deathmatch better.
Well, multiplayer is good,
yeah,
but it's a totally different gameplay though.
Oh, it is.
I thought like playing multiplayer for 2 weeks before Warzone came out, Warzone 2, I thought I was going to be ahead of the game, right?
Oh, no.
I thought I was going to be, I have loadouts, I have guns, I'm ready, like I can do this. No, it changed everything. AK-74U was the meta gun supposedly. No, it's not. It's the RPK. It's like, wait, what? The TAC-56 is the meta gun, but I thought it was a 74U in multiplayer, like for an AR. It's like it's wild that when you add plates, it changes the dynamic. When you add distance, it changes the dynamic on a game.
It does. Okay, we're gonna ask the question since Dwight asked it. What got you hooked on PUBG?
Me?
Yep, that's what he said. Mr. Dwight asked this.
It was one for.
Hold on, Hans.
I played.
Hold on, Hans.
Go ahead.
Before, like I got channel points. If y'all want to ask Hans a question, just use 1,000 channel points. If you don't have channel points, just type it in there, and maybe I'll see it. But if you wanna ask Hans a question, type it in there, and we'll shoot him with some questions. If they're bad questions, I'm gonna kick them out. But most of them won't be. But anyway, all right, back. What got you hooked on PUBG? Go.
Hey, can I say something before we leave that question?
Go ahead.
When you played Warzone with me, I think it was twice. You were shredding.
I was a god. I know. I'm.
You were shredding. You were shredding, and I'm like, Why is this guy not playing Warzone with me?
I love PUBG so much, dude.
I know. I get it.
But
Okay, so
here's the catch. Hold on. Here's the catch.
Okay.
In between talk shows, because I'm gonna try to do this every 3 to 4 weeks. Which I've already got a list of people. I'm gonna try to start streaming in the mornings. So I will try on Saturday morning.
You're gonna stream with me?
I will try. Not saying every Saturday morning because I want to do some PUBG, but at least one Saturday a month, or even 2.
Okay.
I will definitely play some because I mean it's something different. You want to play different games?
Yeah.
I'm not switching
I've had,
over to COD, but yeah.
So speaking of different games, I've had primetime gaming get me into a baseball game, and that's been a good change of pace too. Like to kind of end a stream on, or to kind of just break it up, you know.
Yeah.
I just went in and was playing some baseball with him. It was fun. But anyway, answer the question for Dwight, right?
Go. Yep.
Let's see. What did he ask? What got me into PUBG?
What got you hooked into PUBG?
So I'm an OG PUBG guy. So I played Fortnite.
Oh God, yeah.
Played a lot of Fortnite. I played all of the first like 5 to 8 seasons of Fortnite. Like maxed all my guys out or whatever. Or maybe it's 5. I don't know, 6 or. And my little brother Moosh, he's the one that loves Fortnite. He's done everything, every single season, whatever. But when PUBG came out, I was like, it's less cartoony. It's better. It seems better. I'm not building. I hated building. And I just wanted to play a game that allowed you to use military tactics, right? And to play as a team. I like playing as a team. I don't really like playing solos. It's not as fun for me. I like playing as a team. I like having good comms, and I felt like PUBG was filling that void for me within gaming. And so I played all the way up until when they introduced bots, and then I was like, screw you, game. I'm done with you.
Dude, bot killing's fun, though.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, that's too easy. Move on. Next. I need a real person. And so I didn't look at it in a healthy way, obviously. Right? Because bot killing is fun. But like I was competing at a high level then. And so it was like, this is downgrading for me.
Yeah, I agree. The bot thing messed the game up. Now I will say for like the newer people though, it's good. For because everybody's new at first. Like my buddy's Lifton, he new at PUBG. He didn't know anything about PUBG, so you could send him in a game and he could learn how to loot and handle situations. But once he started playing real people, he would overthink it too. So yeah,
they would play bad.
Lives matter.
I don't play casuals because I don't want to play people that play casuals. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get conditioned to casuals. I don't play. Okay, so for example, on Call of Duty, like on Warzone, they have a mode called DMZ that's like Tarkov, right?
Yeah, they were talking.
I don't play Tarkov. I don't play DMZ because I don't care to demote my skills to bots, and that could be debatable because I like hitting strongholds and I like hitting black sites to get the loot out of them, and they have bots within Warzone. But I still feel like bots are good practice, but they give you a false sense of security within a game.
I totally agree with that. I am going to make a challenge for you though. You haven't played PUBG in a while.
I played 2 games. Okay, wait. Well, I played 2 games with KP, Kick Puncher.
Yep.
I played 2 games with him.
We're playing
a few nights
Sunday
ago. You're playing Sunday night with him?
Him, Webby, and Ace.
KP's great.
Oh, yeah.
Have you played with him before?
Yes, me, you, and Chris.
Yeah.
Played one time.
Yeah. The 4 of us played in a squad. That was fun. That was a fun night.
We got 2 more questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a challenge for you first. I want you to go into PUBG. I would like for you to do it today. I want you to switch to solo squads. Solo squad. Casual mode, and I want you to beat 33 kills.
All right. So wait, hold on. Let me write this down.
That's my
solo squads 33.
Yep, that's what I've done so far.
I've already got like 28
in casual.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Okay, so I got to beat 33. I got to beat 33 then.
Right now,
33 solo
is my
squads.
high.
I'm gonna do it to start my stream, actually. Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Well, I got to figure out my Xbox. It's not hooked up. It's my PC.
Okay.
But I will do it. I'll do it. I'll do it this weekend. Maybe I'll do it at home.
33 is my
know.
record right now. I'm going for 40. That's my goal. All right, your wife asked the question.
Okay, what's your question?
What is your favorite thing about streaming?
I think it's the giveaways
Really?
for me. Yeah, I have this. I get this natural high of giving away things, which gets me in trouble with her. But I really do. Like I like giving back. I like gifting subs. I like gifting bits.
Dude, you're giving away every time.
I would rather do that than play the game.
Every time I'm in your chat, you're giving away something.
Nah.
Pretty much.
I'm not. I did it yesterday.
I may have got you in trouble for saying that.
Yeah, you did. She's listening.
Ariel, he's a
You're
good
in
man.
my chat every day.
He's a good man. But that is
But
a great answer.
There's a certain thing that's like that makes you feel good about giving.
Let's go with that since you're doing that. You're doing a giveaway on the controller right now.
Yes. Yeah.
How close are you to the thing? And yep. So if anybody wants a controller or even a chance, ain't it 1,000 followers? Is that what you're doing it?
It's channel points. But
no,
if you're there,
like when are you giving it away? Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, 1,000.
Yep.
I'm at 811. So 1,000 followers, and we're giving that away. There's like 30 entries, I think, right now.
Yeah, I better have more than 2.
But that's not the only thing. I mean, we got the controller. We just did a GoPro. We sent it to Wiki. He won, which was surprising. We've given away, I think, 4 GoPros. I have another one to add. I'm gonna add another GoPro probably. I have another Hero 9. Cheesehead won the GoPro Max, and then I've got 2 like gift cards, like a $50 and a $20 gift card, 3 channel points as well. But we also do skins. Like we do skins weekly. Like
yeah,
like a $10 or $20 COD skin. Yeah.
I'm just picking. Okay.
Oh man.
Assassin asked a question too. I'll have to read it real quick. Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
He just wanted to thank you for being an awesome part of this community. That's
Assassin just wants to thank me?
That's what he said.
What? he's too nice. You know what?
And he said Cheesehead is disqualified from all the giveaways from now on.
Yeah, we had to actually add a command for him. It's called !rigged because he kept saying it. And then I made the response to !rigged is shut your dirty mouth. It's not rigged. But it's, yeah. Anyway, it's one of those things. Inside joke, right? Inside joke. But
okay.
It's fun.
I have a question. I'm going to ask Ginger this too, but I have a question for you. You play with tons of people.
Yeah.
Duos. There's 100 people. You're dropping an Aaron Gale. Real life.
Yep.
Real life scenario.
You never typed in my chat, by the way.
Oh.
So hard to type your name out. Will you just type in my chat so that people can be like, hey, yo, this is Leroy?
You just shouted me out.
I did. Okay, anyway, I'm dropping in Aaron Gale.
Who are you taking with you?
It's a duo. A Moosh. I'm taking Mooshy with me.
Like your real life. Like, I mean, you
died, like real life?
You're dead. You're dead. Like, this
okay.
is real life
my
situation.
Dad. Probably my dad. Or my wife.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
My wife's a good shooter. Actually, in real life, she's a good shooter too. My dad is a very proficient shooter. He's got a good history.
That's a good question because, like, who would you take?
Military.
I would probably take my wife. She's crazy.
Yeah,
I love her to death, but and she'll shoot anybody. So. I mean, she has more guns than I do most of the time.
I got a really cool story. So my dad hides what he's good at. And one day he finally showed me what he was good at. And we're at the range and we're shooting pistols, and I'm shooting a P226 sour and he's shooting a P226 sour, and we're pulling it up and hitting those little like gong things that fall over, you know, like the 5 of them. And it's probably 10 yards away or whatever. And I'm missing them. And I'm mad. Like, I'm getting frustrated. He's teaching me how to shoot. He's teaching me how to hold a pistol. I was in my early 20s. And I'm just like, Dad, why can't I shoot this stupid thing, you know? And he's like, okay, you know, I'll help you. And so he keeps helping me. We're there for about an hour, 2 hours. And he finally pulls his out of his holster, loaded, bam. And he's just like, ping, 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 ping. And I was like,
Yeah.
Dad? What is that? What is that? What is that? And then, like, I did not let it go. I was like in his face about it. I was like, why did you never tell me? You know, and like I knew he could shoot well because we've hunted together and we've done deer hunts and depredation hunts for deer and elk, and I've seen him waste some deer, like, because you get unlimited tags in Montana and you can do not waste, but like we properly harvest the deer and we ate them and it was nasty. But
You don't wait. You don't like deer?
it's too gamey. It's too gamey. Yeah, it was steaks
mattered.
and roasts.
Oh,
it's too gamey.
I was fixing to say,
They
it
were
matters what you cook it up.
Montana. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all don't have that's mule deer up there, not whitetail.
Yeah.
It's different deer. Anybody else got any questions for Hans?
Oh, another gun story. So I went to a family reunion and I was there with a cousin of mine, and he was working for a gun company and he had a fully auto Glock. And he's like, hey, here's the fully auto Glock. Like, he felt he was so really cool. And he is cool. But he was kind of getting hot on us heels, you know, about it. And I had just purchased a P365. This is a couple years back. And he was showing all the family how great he is. And he has all these guns that he's been rented from his company. And he's full auto Glock, you know. And I was like, cool. So I tried the full auto Glock. And I'm like, that thing is unruly. I'm never shooting that again. Like, I can't eat that. It's cool and everything, but like, you can't hit the broadside of the barn with that thing. It's like you shoot and it's like up in the air, and then you're like trying to keep it down. And I said, okay, fine. I went and put a soda can on a bush on the face of a mountain, right? And I said, we're 25 yards away, roughly. I have never shot my concealed weapon. If I can hit that in one shot, and you can't with the Glock, then you owe me a soda or whatever it was. I don't remember what the bet was. But so he pulls out his fully auto Glock and it's all to the left of it or right of it. I can't remember which direction of the can. I pulled out my 365, went, cocked it, bam, hit it first shot. And he's just like, what? I didn't know you could shoot. And I'm like, I've been practicing, you know? But it's just, I mean, guns have been a huge part of my life. And that's why I think the video game portion of it has really taken off for me, because I like all the different attachments, guns, things. And that's what I really like about PUBG is you add all the different attachments, you figure out how to fine tune them. And Call of Duty does that too, but they're even on a whole other level. But both very similar in that way.
Okay, your wife.
Yeah.
It's not her question, but she wants to know one thing your teammates do playing Warzone that you hate. This is not about your wife.
She already knows the answer to this because I complained about it.
It's not her question. So,
all right. The only thing I get bugged with on a Warzone game is if one guy thinks he's a hero and he goes off on his own.
Well, that's me.
And I'm not saying like he can't handle his business and he can't handle his 1Vs. Yeah, he can, and he probably can handle 1v2s. Like, I usually play with guys that are that good. It's that I'm not there to help support him sometimes. And so, like, if he runs off and does that, and then he dies, and then subsequently all of us die, then I am upset. But here's a caveat. I'm kind of hypocritical because sometimes I take that risk. Sometimes I do that. So I get it. I'm a little bit of a hypocrite on that complaint. But when that specific person does it all the time through the whole 4 or 5 hours we're playing together, I basically just have decided that when I play with that person that I'm going to be like with him. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter how I want to play the game. It doesn't matter how I want to do it or anything. I'm just going to do it however they want or he wants or whoever is the IGL or whatever it is. And then we'll rock and roll. But for me, it's like I've gotten to this rhythm where I'm like, I want to grab an armored truck, drive around for a minute with my pistol, no gear, wait for a stronghold, take the stronghold, grab my loadout, grab a bunch of UAVs, airstrikes, and then I want to hit the black side. I want to get the advanced UAV, and I want to set myself up for endgame.
Mhm.
But most people are like, I don't want to do all that extra stuff because that makes it hard to get the win.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, this is making it easier on us. We're still staying warmed up. We're still killing a few bots along the way. We're still getting the action that we need. But then we're set up for endgame. We can get the dub, and then we can maybe get 5 in a row and get a nuke. That'd be cool.
See, me and you are two different people. I'm killing it right out the gate. Rab has
No,
a question.
yeah, I drop hot too. I like it. But Warzone is a different animal. I don't want to hit my gulag. I don't want to hit my gulag at the beginning. I want to hit my gulag mid game or end, because I still want a chance. Like a Hail Mary pass at the very end of the game. So I want to save that gulag. Whereas, like, when PUBG came out and it was in the beta phase and all that junk, Musha and I would run duos, and we would I think we're 90% dropping school when Erangel came out. 90% of the time.
You definitely drop a knot. Back then. now school's not as hot, but back then.
No. It's now Pachinki, but or other places, YP, but it's still like I would do Terminal, I would do Palace, I would do, that little town by the fish camp or whatever. I would do those. I like those. I like an immediate fight in PUBG for sure. But Warzone has taken me into this weird realm of like, I kind of want to get all of those stupid tryhards to go figure their stuff out. Not even tryhards, but the people that aren't good at the game and that just lean on aim assist all the time to figure their stuff out, wean them out. And then I want to play against the bad boys at the end. You know what I mean? I want to play against the big dogs. I want to play against the guys in nuke skins. Anyway.
All right, Raph has a question. What's your favorite loadout in COD?
Obviously, the Fennec and RPK is meta. Like, that's the best thing you can get in the game, right? And I have that loadout. I have it ready to go. I like a Fennec with a 4x. Like a Fennec with a Forge Tac Delta. It's actually really good. People hate it. But if you put a 4x on a Fennec, it actually shreds for headshots for like multiple people. I've got full teams with the Forge Tac Delta on a Fennec. But if you look at the sweats and you look at the nuke guys, they don't do that. They do irons. Because they're using all the other attachments on the rest of the gun. And they think that, and it's good. It's good that way, but when I'm running and gunning, I want to be able to see out a little further. And I guess what I was using is like, a 3x on an M4 or a 6x on an M4 terminology from PUBG. If you could put a 4x on a Fennec, then you're able to reach out and see more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
okay. Born has a question.
Yeah.
Would you rather 20 kill second place or 2 kill win?
Oh, 20 kill second.
Same, all day. I'll take 20
yeah,
kill.
It's like, you had more fun.
Yep. I'll take 20
for sure.
Kill 10 play.
Wins are important, but in the end, like, I've been lately like playing with like Simon Snipes, and I played Wiki and Tragsy.
Which Simon he was the one that asked the question earlier.
Dude, he dropped a 32 kill game.
I seen it. I was watching.
I was just like, my mind was blown. I got my first solo win the other day. I was so happy. It was like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Got my first solo win. I only had 9 kills. But I'm like, yeah, I got my first solo win. And there was 2 guys teaming on my solo win in the end game. And I had to split them up a little bit with an RPK. But it was, yeah. I would rather have a 20 kill game, second place, all day long, every day.
10 kills,
a couple kills and a win.
Or 10 kills.
Yeah.
10th place.
Yeah.
And
10 feels good.
Yep. Yeah. Because you're in a gunfight at all times. So, anybody else got any questions? Go ahead, Han. What you got?
My favorite fry sauce is the fry sauce from Canes, Raising Canes, just in case anybody wanted to know.
I seen that the other day. What's your favorite meal? That's a good one.
Meal, food. I lived in Germany for 4 years. My dad was military, and that was like where my love of cars and guns came about. Because that's where my dad got like his handmade Sig P220. You know, and that's so. Also, while I was there, I fell in love with food, and so I could smash like a nice Wiener Schnitzel dinner with mushroom gravy,
I have no clue
spatzel on the side with a little bit of,
what's a
a little bit of purple. What is that stuff called? Purple. Can't remember. It's the stuff you put on hot dogs here in the U.S., but it's purple. Sauerkraut, like a purple sauerkraut. Mix it up a little bit. So good.
You totally.
I can talk about
me.
cabbage. It's cabbage. It's cabbage. Yeah.
So you like cabbage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to know about cars. Like, you love cars. If you
Yes,
could pick a car,
I
if you could pick a car,
911 GT3.
that would be your favorite.
If I could pick any car and there's no budget, yeah, like a 911 GT3 RS. That would be it. Rear wheel drive, naturally aspirated motor, 500 horse. All the weight saving stuff. It would hurt my back, but I would track it. I've spent a lot of time on the track. I got my amateur racing license junk or whatever through the racing, like the National Racing Association junk or whatever. Anyway, and I got up to like level 2. There's 4 levels, so I wasn't like all out racing yet, but I was able to race on my own without an instructor finally. So I was able to get that far. But I've owned as far as like cars that I've tracked, I tracked a GTI. It was like 2008 GTI back in the day. That was my first track experience ever. And then when business got a little bit better, I bought a 2018 M3 competition, which was really, that car was amazing. The nice M performance exhaust. And then I owned another M3 and another M3 and then an M4 GTS. And then I have currently an M3. I've owned 2 M3 CSs. The first M3 CS I bought was Frozen Blue. If anybody knows about Frozen colors, the Frozen colors are bad. They don't have any clear coat on them. So like if they get a ding or a nick or anything, you have to paint the whole panel.
Wow.
And it's expensive. And so hard water in Utah didn't mix well with Frozen paint. So I actually sold that car for a profit and then bought my other M3 CS that was a different color, same color, but with clear coat on it. And I still have that car right now. I put some KWs on it, had a suspension on it, but it's up for sale. I haven't tracked it. I've got some snow tires on it right now, and it rips pretty good in the snow. Pretty fun.
Born wants to say magic leads to trouble, so say it.
What does?
Magic leads to trouble.
What does that mean?
His kid. He's trying to keep his kid quiet.
Oh, wait, why does he want to keep his kid quiet?
Oh, I don't know. Probably so he could listen. So Ginger asked a question. Why did you choose Put Your Hands Up?
That was actually long time ago. I chose that. So I think my first gamer tag was Reaper 337 is what I picked. And then I was Googling one night. I wanted a cool gamer tag, but I wanted it to be like punny and I wanted it to be mixed with like some sort of theme. And so I was looking up like, I'm not really a huge Star Wars fan, but like Star Wars like is big regardless of who you are. And I really liked Han Solo. And so I found this one that said "Put your Hans up." So the Han is for Han Solo. It's a nod to him.
It's Han. I wonder because people call you Han.
That's how I envisioned it at the beginning. But then I had like teammates say hands, and I really liked that. It sounded better than Han. Han sounded like Hans and Franz, you know, like the joke. And I'm like, I don't really care about Hans. I think I like hands, but I'm good with either way. I don't like being called Pooter. I think that's just gross. Like that could be just thrown out. Like people call me that and they think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's stupid.
Okay, we got 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna quit on the question. Who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Han Solo, yeah.
That's what Solo. Once you said that, I figured
Yeah, once I saw it, so I was looking up like funny ways to make gamer tags on Google, and I spent probably 3 hours doing it one night just for fun, and that was one I found. Someone else had the idea. It wasn't my idea originally, and no one had used it. I actually really wanted hands. Put your hands up, not for a police, dig or anything, but like I really wanted it because I thought it was funny, like for a shooting game.
Well, and it's good
And so-
because like you can do all kinds of things with that.
Yeah.
So the last question:
Mhm.
who you looked up to in life and why?
My father actually.
Good answer.
Super looked up to my father. He's
What branch was he in? If you don't mind me asking.
Air Force.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Well, Hans, I am going to cut you off unless you
Cool.
got something else to say.
Nope.
You ain't got nothing
Nope.
else
I'm
to
sorry. I started to get emotional, so I'm done.
say? Yeah, I figured once that question I mean that hits hard, man.
It does. It does.
That's one of those questions that hits hard.
He's my hero for sure.
Yep.
Both my mom and him are actually my heroes. So it's not just him; it's both of them. They're just
Well, I mean that's good for I mean that's your parents. If you have good parents, 95% of the time that's who you look up to.
But do you want to like who's my hero outside of like
Let's go with
actual hero?
Let's
all right. Let's do an imaginary hero.
You just hit me with something.
Okay. I really like this guy. My brain's not working right now.
Chris Katera said he is your hero.
Look up a YouTube video for me. It's 2 minutes long. You're gonna be fine on time. Look up a YouTube video for me. It's called Good. If I could leave you with anything, this is how I want to live my life. Like this is how I want to be, because I've been through hell, right? And I keep going through hell. And this video by Jocko Willink called Good. I don't think you'll get in trouble for sharing or whatever, but
Good.
Chris Katera is also my hero because he likes Nathan hot dogs. I introduced him to Nathan hot dogs. Jocko Jokko or Jocko Willink. It's called Good. It's got millions of views. It's a crazy video.
Is it a song?
No. It's a video. He's a Navy SEAL, ex-Navy SEAL. He's made a brand and he's just a good guy. His whole idea is like waking up at 4:30 every day and amazing. I think your chat and my chat would love the video.
What a job.
Well,
it's really good.
Ad, so give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
Do something that matters.
One of my
Is it a podcast?
direct
Too?
supporters,
Yeah. I found it.
Yeah, he has a podcast, but it's just
This is
like a 2-minute
podcast.
video.
Yeah, about 2 minutes.
No, it should be like it's called Good. Good period.
It's
Yep. Do you
yep.
want me to give it to you? You found it?
Send me the link. That may
I
be
got you.
better. And then we'll quit on that.
It's just a motivational
I skip right past that. Made you feel bad.
2 minutes. It's a 2 minutes thing.
Well, Hans, I'm gonna play it and then
You're gonna let me go, right?
let you go. 'Cause
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
set it. I gotta pull Ginger in real quick.
How do you want it? You want Discord? Through Discord?
Send it through. Just send it in my chat, and I'll.
Can I put it in your chat?
Yep. I can.
There it is.
There we go. Let me do the window share real quick. You're showing up, so
Good.
Let me switch back to talk show. Perfect. I'm
It
going
is an
to
awesome
switch
headset
you.
with multiple capabilities. Shit, makes me look small. Do I need to sit up? Get my booster seat out?
You're way down there. Well, I had to adjust the camera to fit it in the dang screen. Oh man. So, Mr. Ginger, um, when did you start streaming? Let's go with that. What got you started into streaming? My man's 2 foot tall.
I had made sure to get a coffee.
Same,
this.
same. This is my shit on me. Coffee cup.
So what got me into streaming? So this is pre-COVID. Um, my buddies mentioned this game, PUBG, right? And we tried it out. I found some streamers. I kind of got addicted to watching some streams at work. And then Mixer, the Hype Zone. I just something about that like drew me in. And my buddies and we would all stream from our Xbox, like just a bunch of dads with shit, got going on in life. Like not every night all of us could play, so somebody's like, "Hey, somebody stream." Because you can go straight from the Xbox. So we were doing that. And then the Hype Zone stuff started, and it started to create a little bit of not obsession, but a love for being in front of an audience, I guess, while video gaming at the same time. So really, ultimately, my friends pushed me. I told them I wanted to take it a step further. And actually purchase some real equipment, and they actually pushed me to do it. So I would say my PUBG really pushed that. Watching people stream it, how much they enjoy it and playing video games, and I mean there was no idea that I would turn this into a job or anything. I just enjoyed playing video games, and that's really what kicked it off for me.
What about PUBG? Why did you? Why did you choose PUBG?
So I guess I've always been into first person shooters
Did you play COD?
ever since Perfect Dark on the N64 was probably my
okay.
first one, and I was a Halo kid. But PUBG, as broken as it was at first, when you get into that final circle, there was no other feeling of that final fight, win or lose. That final moment was like it was a rush. I guess it's the feeling of losing everything you spent a hard time getting, kind of like a survival game. You have one life and that's it. So that really made I really was interested in that, and since then I've never really liked like Call of Duty or like TDM style games, anything like that.
So you never really got.
So
You've never played COD or anything, Warzone, or Team Deathmatch, Search and Destroy, or anything like that.
I did play like big team battle stuff. That was fun. But like Search and Destroy, I don't know why. I hated it. I hated
Really?
sitting there watching my
It is
team
kind of
play while
boring.
I'm dead.
Yeah. Hey, I hate to do this, but I have to make a phone call. But you've got 3 questions in chat. If you can see my chat, I'm gonna let you answer
Yeah.
them while I call my wife real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
So give me 1 second.
Yeah. What's up, Rob? Senator Tin Can? Dwight, what's up? Question for Ginger. Can you estimate how many games and stuff you have in your collection behind you? Ooh, that's wild. That's a wild one. So I can tell you I have 758 NES games. This is weird for me because my camera is there and Leroy's stream is here that I'm watching. So this is awkward. There's 750 odd number NES games I've got. Looking at my Sega collection, there's probably 300 to 400 in that. It's around my ceiling on shelves. There's a collection over my shoulder here for the Sega Master System. If anybody knows or remembers that, there's probably 300 games in that. I've got a ridiculous amount of video games that I don't even touch. I've always considered maybe doing a retro day or a retro hour or something. Just streaming that, but I never pulled the trigger on that. So I would say probably somewhere it's over 1,000. If you were to count out all the video games I have, it's well over 1,000, somewhere between 1 and 2,000. Thirst Me Hard says, "What bear is best?" Or does that mean what beer is best? Thirst Me? It says bear. Born Doing Bits says, "Can you tell the story of how you afforded your entire setup?" Yeah. Do you need something? Just being weird. I'm on a podcast, but he's on the phone. How did I afford my entire setup? I sold my entire N64 collection, which was every game. Probably 70% of them were in their original box with manuals. That set was valued at around 10 grand or so. I sold that to a store near me. They offered me the best price, which was around like the 50% range. So I had about 5 grand to play with, and I found a PC, monitors, desk, webcam, mic, and ever since then, I've slowly upgraded stuff, stream decks, other attachments, whatnot, controllers. Obviously, the Xbox, that was a big one. That was a big purchase. That was like $600 because I didn't really want to wait until I found the new Series X. So that's the story of my setup. Let me see if I can see beer. He says I meant bear, but let's do beer, alcohol.
Out of
My
bag.
favorite bear. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite bear.
You don't have a
I
favorite
guess a
bear?
panda.
Oh, I didn't get to read the questions. But anyway. So, I asked Hans this earlier about the PUBG. And you're dropping real life situation. You're dropping hot. Who you taking with you? Real life duos. You get shot, you're dead. Who you taking with you? Ginger? Hello? Think we lost him. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Is
you now.
better?
Did you hear me?
Perfect. I lost you because my headset disconnected.
Oh, okay. Real life situation. You can only pick one person.
Mhm.
You die, Aaron Gale. Who you taking with you? Who's the real life scenario, true OG, has your back? You think would destroy in PUBG? Or this it's real life, so who you taking with you?
That's super tough.
It is.
I'd
I
have to
said
leave
my
a lot of
wife
people out.
because
I'd have to leave a lot of people out. And like, so I would either pick my wife or my the best man from my wedding.
well, I mean, it's do or die. You want somebody that can
I
shoot
know.
real good, so that's why I was like,
Well,
taking my
he's in the
wife.
military, so I'm choosing him.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, your wife's still alive, so because
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about
If
it.
we get out of that, my wife's there.
She's there at the end. I thought it. What?
Yeah.
So I asked you what got you into streaming and PUBG.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you about the night shift creators. What got you into that?
The NSC.
Yeah. Like, how did that come about?
So
Is what I'm kind of going with.
yeah. So I saw like a large. This is so weird for me. My camera's here and your stream's here, so I'm watching back and forth. So if it looks like I'm a meth addict, it's not. It's because I'm drinking coffee and trying to focus on two screens.
Oh, you're good,
But
buddy. I had to move
the
my camera because of the same thing.
mhm. The NSC. So I started to notice a little bit of a movement of you know, obviously, pro teams have teams, right? And then I started to see a movement with some other stuff and other creators of forming groups. And I was like, I kind of want to go that next step with streaming. I was like, no one's really ever reached out to me, but I'm gonna put it out there for myself. Like, so I sent out a tweet and said, hey, content creating teams, where you at? I want to be on you, kind of a thing. So it was a little play on words there, like, like a joke, just to catch some laughs. But I honestly wanted to join a team or all that. So I started talking to people about it and just kind of seeing, getting a feel out there of kind of what that kind of stuff's all about. And then at the same time, Buckbach and Snipe Show 11, if you know them,
I do.
many do. They both were like, "Hey, why don't we make our own?" So we kind of took that and ran with it, but with a twist. We didn't want any, like, I'm not trying to say other places are like this, but some content creating teams are definitely like this. We didn't want any, like, to be tied down. We didn't want to change anything from what we're already doing. We didn't want to rebrand everything, change our names, demand so many hours of streaming a week or whatever. When you end your stream, you have to raid so and so off a list. If they're not available, do your thing, stuff like that. We didn't want to be restricted, I guess, so to speak. So the NSC is, while the creative name of Night Shift Creators, like, we don't want to be just Night Shift. Like, we want to obviously branch out daytime, morning, whatever. It doesn't even have to be gaming. If you're you got a cooking stream or a podcast, or we just want like-minded people that just really have a passion for putting out content and that aren't looking for anything. We just want to grow together as one and not individual, if that makes sense.
Are you
So
going to add anybody else? Are you?
yeah. We so to not give anything away, there'll be some stuff coming up here, probably February.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. You can skip the question or whatever. But
No,
also,
we wanna do a tournament. We
that's what I was
wanna,
fixing to say.
like
Tournament,
a fun tournament, not like a sweat mode
kind of
tournament. We
like
want
what
to
I
do
wanted to
something.
do before.
Yes,
I
yes.
want more
And
fun than
if anybody paid attention to the one that Nacho put on,
show. That's
Born Doing
awesome.
Bits, asked me to play in that, and I had an absolute blast. That
Yep,
was fun as
same,
hell.
same.
It it like spread out
It evened it
the
up.
seriousness with the memes
Yep.
and stuff. Like, that was fun. That was a good time. So stuff like that, to do stuff for the community, kind of get our name out there, and yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering, well, who came up with the name?
That was kind of it was like the three of us kind of grouped that together.
Yeah. Well, I seen.
We created a Discord and just started, I mean, really, it just kind of took off. Like, it was quick. We came up with the plan, or the idea, and then we created a Discord and just started bouncing. Like, you would go and do something at work, go to a meeting, you'd come back and there'd be 10 messages there. Just, we'd be spitting off ideas out of our heads. So the owl combined with the night shift kind of just meshed pretty well.
It
So
looks good, man. It looked really good.
thank you.
Well, somebody asked, tell us your number one dad joke. Go.
Oh no. Jeez.
You can think on that one. We'll go to something else.
I mean, right off the top of my head, I'll just read one from the book.
He's pulling the book out.
Random page.
This book is amazing, by the way. Like, who came up? How did you come up with this? Born says page 434.
Oh, I already found one. This is
Okay.
why does Sherlock Holmes love Mexican restaurants? They give him good case IDs.
Oh, that's funny. I mean, where did you get this book?
This was a Father's Day or birthday gift from my kids.
It's amazing, dude.
So,
Like, it's amazing.
I was like, that's awesome. Like, let's just do a points redemption. I made the mistake of making it point redemption of 69, so everybody picks page 69.
Yeah.
I need to just rip that out of the book because we've read every line on that book probably 4 or 5 times.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, I go into your stream, and that's one thing I want to do is listen to one dad joke.
I got another book. I need to incorporate this in there too. This is a birthday present from Silky Johnson, and it's just the totally awesome book of useless information, which is kind of cool because I like to go into Roly Poly's stream at night, and he's always doing some off the wall stuff, and he's got this book like it's a points redemption, and he just reads the whole page, and it's like something similar to that. It's kind of fun. It's cool. Just something to engage with the stream and in the chat.
Born asked, what do you enjoy most about streaming? Probably the same thing I do. Most people do.
I mean, engaging and meeting people, to be honest.
I mean, yeah.
My friends list is insane. People say PUBG's dying or whatever, but every time I turn on my Xbox, it's like 42 people are online playing PUBG. It's like I've met so many interesting, cool individuals that streaming's not easy. You hit those lulls of, I'm not doing anything. I may be actually trending downwards, but it's like as soon as it pops up a name you recognize in the chat and you're bullshitting or whatever, like I I don't pay attention to the numbers anymore. I used to because I'm kind of I'm a stat freak. I love numbers, but that's pretty demoralizing when you start paying attention to that. But if you got somebody in your chat and you're talking back and forth, like that's awesome. I love that. So probably that. Just the people I've met, like I've been lucky enough to meet 1 or 2 like in real life, and that's kind of a bucket list thing of mine now. Is I want to meet as many people as possible, like actually physically meet them that I've known through streaming. So that's probably what keeps me going, and what I love the most is engagement.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, me and you met. It's funny, me and you met. I don't know if you actually know how I found you. You may not know this. Do you know?
I'm listening. I'm assuming it's a toxic PUBG report or something.
It was not a toxic PUBG report, but
Okay.
It was a PUBG report. We were on Tango, and I ran into you. You were in a solo game. I was in a solo game. And to be honest, I can't remember if I killed you or you killed me. But I had a shotgun, and I'm pretty sure you had a shotgun. And we were in the epic shotgun. And one of us killed the other, and I pulled it up. And that's how I followed you. And then I started watching your channel. And then I messaged you, of course. And we DM from time to time, just because.
Yep.
And I consider you a friend now because of that. Even though we've never played video games ever together till the other night.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. We've been chatting and DMing and in each other's streams for a while, and like we just got a chance to play, and it was just on the whim. Like, hey, you need one? Yeah, get in here. I've never played with Leroy. It's awesome.
Because we've got.
And I'm not surprised about that. I probably lost that solo because you'll catch me doing some really dumb stuff.
You're like
PUBG,
me, man. I would rather go straight for. Well, we asked this question for hands. Would you rather have 20 kills or would you rather have a win? You know, 20 kills in
kills.
10th place are a win. Which one would you rather
Yeah.
have?
I'd go kills.
Yeah, same.
I'd go kills. But always for me, it's if there's a time, a level of stuff, I would say the win, kills, and laughs. Like laughs over kills for me.
Oh, mainly
I mean, I
streaming,
I
man.
do get sweaty and play some ranked, but
Tournaments.
dude,
Kill me.
I like to have fun. Like if you're not having fun, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, mainly streaming. Streaming. I've been watching
Yeah.
some people different streams here lately, and
Yeah.
man, a lot of these people just like to have fun. So
Mhm.
here's another question: what's more intense, a PUBG fight or a DayZ fight, and why is it more
Oh,
intense?
jeez. Honestly, I didn't think I would ever find anything more intense than a final like 1v2, 1v3, 1v4 fight in PUBG until I got into my first like real fight in DayZ. Because that's a game where you spawn in and you've got nothing and you have to find everything. It's kind of like PUBG in a sense where you dive out of that plane with nothing on you. So you come out of that spawn with a glow stick in case it's dark, some rags to bandage, and damaged clothing, and a piece of fruit. So you got to keep your vitals all in line, which I won't go too into detail on that, obviously, but I would say a DayZ because you spend that time on a map that's probably 4 Miramars big, going from compound to compound to find stuff to stay alive, and then you have no HUD. You have no compass. You don't know your teammates if there's no name above their head.
So it's like PUBG
It's
with the
like
U
it's like
U
hard G.
R.
It's like hardcore PUBG. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a sense. The only thing is your vitals, so where your health's at, your blood's at, your water, your blood, your body temperature, and your food. So you know those, but you have to base it if you don't know the map by heart or have a screen up of the DayZ map to kind of give you an idea where you're at. You have to base it off of the sun. Um it's real life shit. So I would say that's more intense because the unknown and the thought of having to lose everything. Like you're in a fight and then you realize, you know what, I've been playing this game for a month and I haven't died yet. I don't lose a month's worth of shit.
I mean, do you?
A lot of people will play DayZ and then once they die for the first time, they quit. They don't even turn
That's
it
what
back
they're
on.
gonna say. Well, in DayZ, I've not played DayZ, so I have no idea. So I'm asking questions now. Hold on a second. Um, does do you die like instantly? Like,
Yeah, it's yeah.
give
I
me one
mean,
second. Go ahead.
what you're wearing. Yeah, what you're wearing is real. So like a plate carrier, um, with like a field vest, it's got armor in it. Like that stuff's real. A ballistic helmet's real. So if you take a pistol shot to the head and you're not wearing a ballistic helmet, you're done. Where PUBG is probably three shots to the head or whatever it might be. It's like legit hardcore mode. two bullets, two bullets from an AR and you're dead. Like it's quick. Thirst me hard though. I will say, my favorite alcohol is probably whiskey.
All right, I got.
My favorite beer
Yeah,
would
go
be.
back.
I was just answering questions that I remembered. My favorite beer. My favorite beer would be uh Newcastle Brown Ale. Probably my favorite, followed by Fat Tire, and then you can't say no to a Bush Light.
Bush Light. That's we're
But yeah,
we're
to answer your question, Leroy, it's like hardcore. It's like you can die. You die really fast. And there's no like vibration or like screen indicator telling you where your shots are coming from. You have to have a good headset to recognize and then hope that you recognize fast because you will die. Like there, if you take hard enough impact, you actually pass out and you'll just collapse.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
it's kind of crazy, but the guns are really hard to control. Like it's PUBG guns are tough controlling recoil patterns, but DayZ is like another level.
Wow. What's your most memorable stream? Or most memorable moment in PUBG? Let's do two-part here.
Okay, I'll say memorable PUBG moment was probably the first time I ever got to play with Plow 13.
Oh, really?
I was playing with Plow, D-Easy, and a buddy that doesn't play anymore. This was a long time ago. Probably first Vikendi release, which was shoot 2 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago almost. The final guy tried riding by on a bike, and I threw a pan at him to get the final kill as he was driving past me. So that was wild. That
I
was one
think
of my
don't you
probably my most memorable moments.
don't you have that clip?
I do have that clip. I mean, the crossbow clip is awesome and fun, but that was one of those moments where it was a customs match and it was either panzers or crossbows.
Mm.
It wasn't like an ideal like planned situation, obviously. Like that's an impossible shot, but it was a customs match where this one where I threw the pan at the guy as he was driving for the final kill, that was like sidestepping him as he's trying to run me over and throwing a pan at his face. Like that was crazy. And like Plow erupted, Yeezy erupted, like it was a moment, and I that one's always stuck out.
Was that your
But as
streaming
far
moment
as
too? Or the
no,
PUBG?
not my stream my streaming moment was Saturday night shenanigans.
That's what we were fixing to talk about.
Sometimes we get a little loose. Sometimes that loose is a whole another level. I so as you know on Twitch and OBS, you raid out to somebody, and if they end their stream or don't raid out again, those people will come back to yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I never hit the end stream button. So my stuff's just sitting there. My PC's in sleep mode. My Xbox is off. So all night this stream's been on, right? And this is the night before Mother's Day.
Oh god.
And we have a tradition where my wife likes to go hiking or whatever with the kids or do some sort of family day. We used to go hiking at ledges and get Pizza Hut. She loves Pizza Hut. So we just eat Pizza Hut and go hiking. It was always a blast. But she hopped on my computer to order Pizza Hut. And as soon as she hits that on button, camera recognized somebody's in front of it. Boom. I'm live, but it's my wife ordering pizza the next morning. And my wife said if that ever happens again, she's gonna kill me. Like she hated that so much.
So she was on
But
stream the whole time.
I mean, she made more money than it cost for us to order pizza just because people were trolling and donating, and she had no idea. Like
That
I'm getting phone calls from my best friends, like, "Yo, you need to get up and go shut off your stream." I said, "What?" Like, boom. You go from feeling like shit hungover to boom, wide awake. Like, oh no.
that's
Oh
fun.
no, this isn't good. Because if we don't have kids around, we sometimes don't wear clothes in this house. So
Exactly.
I was like instantly like, fuck, fuck, fuck. I was like 5 months into streaming. I'm like, well, that was fun while it
Well,
lasted.
yep, I'm banned. I'm
Gonna have
done.
to
It's
change my name and move.
that,
Luckily, that didn't happen. But
uh,
yeah, that's the
you
most
got
memorable
very,
stream moment for sure.
very lucky. Yeah. So what's your loadout in PUBG right now?
Right now I'm running M24 M4. The I got that unicorn skin and I've got it leveled up enough to have the stat dial on the side, like how many kills you get. And M4, I absolutely love the Scar, but man, the Scar needs some adjustments. It doesn't hit hard enough. I lose so many fights
So you
using
go
the Scar because
5.56
everyone else
gun
has the
over.
barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 5.56 guy.
The Ace, man, you got to try the Ace out. I'm fell in love with it.
I use the Ace, but the Ace at range feels different for me. Ace close up, I've been deleted
Range
so many
sucks.
times, and I've won some fights. But at range, like that medium distance, it just doesn't feel
It's hard to control.
consistent.
Even with any grip, it's hard to control.
Yep.
Bolty or
Yep.
DMR?
Bolty all day
Which one?
and twice on Sunday. Uh, oh,
Bar 98?
I mean non-crate.
Yeah, of course. Not
Uh,
great.
the K9. I mean, that's just the sound and I don't know, K9 for me for sure. I've been falling in love with the M24, but unfortunately on a 2 vest it takes 3 shots. Like that's ridiculous. Like what is this game? Why does it take me 3 bolty shots to kill somebody? But
I like it because it has no bullet drop. If you can hit headshots, with it,
yes,
that's the main reason I
yes,
like
that is
it.
the advantage. It's got that little bit quicker bullet speed. And the sound, if you got a silencer on it, I think the M24 sounds cooler than the other ones. But
Oh, I agree with you.
as far as performance, probably K9. I mean, it feels the most comfortable.
Yeah, the K9's probably the best, to be honest. But I like the M249. So
Oof.
I don't.
I mean, it's hard to once you get that gun figured out. It's hard to switch to anything else. It's especially when you're running in multiple people. You got that 150 mag, even if it's basic, you got 75. Like that's crazy.
What's your favorite map? Erangel
Yeah,
or
Arendelle.
Vikendi?
Uh,
Do you even like the new
Arendelle.
Vikendi?
Uh, I want to hold my thoughts on that until the next patch. I got word that they're adjusting the loot and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I like it, but
I like the setup and I like the style. I feel like it's super sweaty right now because
featured map
those
too.
yeah, it's featured and those really sweaty players are diving hard into it, like hard. If they're not playing ranked, they're playing that. It feels like. Um, I don't know. I think I'll like Vikendi. If it's an 8x8 map, I like it. I don't know why.
I agree.
I love it. I tend to dislike those small maps like Sandhawk. I've always disliked. The map just to me doesn't bode well for some stuff. You've got a situational gun that's only on Sandhawk with a bipod, and you lay down and it's grass you can't see through. It's just the dumbest thing. I've never understood that. So I don't know. The smaller maps I'm not into.
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
mind a Paramo and a Karakin here and there, but really it's 8x8s. I really enjoy like the different kind of fights and styles and different endings. Every game can be different where you play some of those smaller maps and they start to get repetitive and I just don't like the same thing over and over and over.
We're gonna change it up a little bit. If you could play with anybody, streaming, not your friends, not even console players, like famous, like let's go big, Shroud. Who are you getting? Like if they anybody you could take for one night, who would you go play with? Any game.
It's gotta be Dr. Disrespect probably.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I don't watch a whole lot of big streamers. I mean, that's really what got into me, but I follow Shroud and I follow Dr. Disrespect. I don't follow some of these other big guys, Tiggleton. I like the smaller streams. It's more engaging. You actually feel like you're getting to talk to somebody. Where you go
I
to those and you
totally
type
agree.
something, it disappears. You type something again 15 minutes later, disappears. Like I find it really impressive. Roly Poly's right on that cusp of being huge. He's got 3, 4, 500 sometimes, and sometimes it's 100. But his numbers are gigantic, and he still finds way to engage with people. Like I've raided him twice on my birthday, and he's stops mid game, switches his camera over to his piano. He's just sitting there in the wide open or hiding by a gas can or something. He sings me happy birthday. So like I huge play. Like I would pick Doctor Disrespect, but 1B would probably be Roly Poly for sure.
I got you. Yeah, I agree with you on that. See, when I started watching people PUBG before I even met you and everybody else in like the PUBG community, Choco Taco. I watched Choco Taco.
Yeah.
He was my favorite. He still is, even though he quit PUBG.
Yep.
He's still one of my favorites. And then Hollywood Bob. Me and Hans talked about that.
Oh yeah.
And Hollywood Bob is hilarious. So I would probably pick
Oh yeah.
one of them two, for sure, 100%. But yeah, Doctor Disrespect. I mean, if you could pick anybody, even though he streams on YouTube now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the comms, like I don't know. He's a character. I love it. He puts on a
is
show.
so funny. I can't remember what the questions were, so we're gonna let me pull it up on my phone because I'm gonna forget stuff. Hot dropping. Were you hot dropping in Aaron Gale?
What map?
Aaron Gale.
Gale? Hot drop. I've always been a fan of the military, but you kind of screw yourself based on map location.
It's good.
Never
though,
been a
'cause you
big
get bridge
Pachinki.
camp.
Never been a big Pachinki guy. School. I mean, Choco Taco. Everybody says you want to get good at PUBG lane at school, so I still get my ass kicked at school.
What's the one thing you could
I like-
change? Go ahead.
I would say I like Central Map hot drops.
Same. I
go
like
ahead.
school, Pachinki, or Roz. That's my three choices.
Rozok's good.
Yeah, because
Yep.
I feel like you could go either way. I used to drop Savarni all the time because there's always a vehicle there, and
Yep.
it's not really that hard to get to the middle unless it's military, and then you're screwed.
Yep.
What could you change in PUBG? If you could change anything, PUBG, what would you change right now?
Actually, I think what I would change is probably not even the game. I want I want more clarity. I want the devs and the creators to just be open.
Tell us
I
the
feel like
truth.
there's so many things that are like hidden.
Yeah.
Like people are asking things and they want the answers, but probably clarity mostly. But I mean, you could do so many things to improve it. But at the same time, it's the only game that I play, which is wild.
Well, you've been playing DayZ a lot.
You know what? Yeah, I have been. I revive, probably the
Sure.
revive system.
Everybody,
to be honest.
everybody plays this game. They want the revive. I mean,
Yeah, I want players. I want people. I don't even care who it is. The best players, the worst players. I just don't want the lobbies to die. I hate right now that the queues are split for Vikendi and regulars. Like you sit there and you fire up a game. It takes 2 minutes for your timer while you're sitting in the lobby, and then you sit in the game lobby for a while before the timer starts. And
well, if they would take the feature map, I think that would help a little bit. But
yeah, they like to say that they don't on the regular casuals that maps aren't featured, but that's bullshit.
yeah.
You play ranked and you get Tagos 7 out of 10 games. Give me a break. You look over at your friends' streams. They're like when Destin was a thing and there's no longer a featured map, everything was stated to be a regular percentage. But you start up a game as Destin, you die, you start Destin. You got your friends tabbed up that are streaming there in Destin games, they're not the same ones you were in. Like it's like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. If they could change the revive, and I hate to say this, and this probably won't work because PUBG console and PC are two different games. But if they could somehow make them mingle
yeah.
as a one unit, but I don't know if you could because most PC players play first person, most console players play third person. So
Right.
I don't know how you would make that work.
the one thing that PUBG has stated is they do not want to bring aim assist into
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
And I think you would absolutely have to have that to make the games merge.
Yeah, they could do it
You
like
know, from PC to, because people that cheat and use mouse and keyboard, it's ridiculous. Like you could be sitting in a spot, right, and let somebody walk past you, and your intent is to shoot and kill them in the back. And they spin on a dime, not even, not, people have to focus and pay attention to sound, but you could tell a mouse and keyboard player will just whoop and delete you.
the
Like,
sensitivity is just
ridiculous.
way better.
Like, and that's what it would be like if Xbox played PC
Oh, I agree
or
with you.
PlayStation played PC. I don't know if there's a way to balance those, to be completely
'Cause,
honest. It would
yeah,
be
well,
awesome. I would love to run into I get a lot of my favorite streamers are PC players. I would love to
exactly.
run into them or even run games with them possibly, but
Yeah.
um not possible. I don't think it'll ever happen, unfortunately.
Or do the chat like Rab said, do chat like Call of Duty, where as you kill somebody, you can hear them. That also can get us in
Yeah,
trouble as streamers.
proximity chat. Yeah. Yeah, Call of Duty don't give a shit.
No, they don't care. That would get us in trouble as streamers, but it still would be
Yeah.
fun. It still would be fun. So what
Yeah,
games?
no, it would be some content for sure. Like I've enjoyed, like the first time I played Warzone 2 with my PC buddies, I was on console, they were like just I'm like, "Whoa, I hear an extra set of voices." Like that was weird to me. Like I've been playing this game for 5 years and I don't hear anybody but the people I'm playing with, you know? You hear that extra set of voices, it's like you just kind of stop and you laugh and you're just like the things they say cracks you up, but
Oh, I mean, people are brutal too, and like the
yeah.
first 10 seconds in a PUBG report, in my opinion, they should mute it because like instantly people are just, and then they may say GG or just kind of walk away. But most people are. I
Yeah.
mean, it's intense game. You're trying to win. So the first
Yeah,
10 to 15 seconds,
I can't deny I haven't said things I'm embarrassed about.
yeah, yeah, and then you're like, man, I didn't mean that. It was just the heat of the moment. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everybody does it. I'm trying to reach that. Oh, what other games do you play? I know you play something else, and I also want you to tell me about this Friday night shenanigans thing.
What other games do I play? To be honest, sometimes I'll dabble in some Fortnite with
Oh, you do play Fortnite,
my
yeah.
children, but not until they did the zero build. I hate the building mechanics. I can't do it. Um,
Same.
DayZ, PUBG, and that's about it. Like if I were to flip my Xbox on and look at my most recent played games, that's about. I did try out Half-Life. I think that's fun, really fun.
Story
But
game.
I've never been a story mode player, so I have a hard time. Even though it's so funny and it's so fun and well built, I doubt I go much further than the first 15 minutes of that game. I've I've never been a story mode player ever since multiplayer and the internet was available on Xbox. I don't think I've played a first person game or like a like a story mode of a game since, to be honest.
So Saturday night shenanigans. Who started
Yes.
it, and why did you start it?
I think it just kind of
It happened.
happened, you know. Saturday nights are I don't know. My wife and I are kind of introverts. We don't do much unless it's for the kids. Like we don't really have any interest in going out and doing stuff. Sometimes we will, you know, we'll go to the casino, spend $20 a piece, maybe once every few months. But so we're homebodies, and I enjoy whiskey, so it just kind of turned into some funny stuff with the boys, and then eventually like other people started getting involved. So it's really just like, hey, Saturday nights, like everybody's got these conventional streams, but like Saturday nights, there's kind of no rules outside of obviously language. Like I won't accept stuff, you know,
Well, I mean,
racism,
you're streaming, so
hate
you have to.
speech, right? Like
Um,
even outside of rules, like if my stream got shut down, you know, I still have my job. I do this for fun. But just out of respect, like I don't do like that stuff bugs me. But like really, there's no rules on Saturday nights outside of that. So like music, like you can do song requests and I'll play it generally. There's some music that I skip or delete all the time. We won't bring those up because
I
there's a
like
lot of trolls.
I,
But
I like the whole Saturday night vibe. I like that's why I go into your channel after. Normally, when I turn my stream off, I go into your channel and just laugh. It's just one of those things. It's just
yeah,
funny.
it's a good time. I enjoy it. Well, one of these times I'd like to do like a karaoke or something, but
Oh yeah, that would be fun. That that
yeah.
would definitely be fun. But I think I'm gonna cut it off there. Except for who do you look up to in life?
Um, I mean, I think most everybody is gonna choose, a parent.
Yep.
I would say my mother. Um, uh, definitely my mother. She was a single mom. Little story. I won't go too deep into it. I didn't really know my father till I was an adult, like well into my adulthood, probably my mid 20s. I had we live in a small town, so I kind of knew without knowing, and then he passed, and then the his family kind of reached out to me because uh so I have this whole other family that I barely even know. So my mother for sure, like working 13, 14-hour days, 6 days a week. Um, Still trying her best to get to my sports and my sister's stuff. Like definitely my mother for
That's
what
a good
she's
one.
been through, and I've witnessed her be um through life. Definitely my mother.
Well, I hate to end on that sad note. Not really sad though, but I mean I
It
understand.
doesn't have to be sad. I
Yep.
I'd take it as growth.
Yep. But I've got food and stuff, and thank you, Ginger, for. Oh, I
Yeah,
do want to ask one more thing. Actually, we're gonna ask one more thing. The
yeah.
okay, like I know you're PUBG partnered and all. What's something that you like want to get out of streaming, like something else? Like I know, do you want to be Twitch partner or do you want to be? I mean, what's one thing that
Right.
you wish you could, you know, that you one day you wish you could?
That's a great question.
I was gonna ask
I
Hans that
mean,
and I forgot.
I don't, a lot of people that I've kind of stuck onto or follow and actually really enjoy. I think everybody's kind of got that same feeling of they just have a passion for this, not so much looking for something out of it. But I mean, I think if anybody could change something, and this is something they enjoy so much, if you could turn this into like a career, like serious, I think that would be awesome. Um, that is that's probably one thing. I'm not chasing that. I'm not necessarily pushing for that. I enjoy content creation, but it's not going to pay health insurances or
Not right now,
all that
anyway.
stuff. There's so much to it. If it were to get that big, that'd be freaking amazing. But um, I don't know. That's probably for me. If there was one thing that may be obtainable, because I I don't have any vision of quitting my job to try to pursue streaming career. It would have to really take off kind of on its own organically without me doing stuff like that. And I don't foresee that, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So I don't know. That's it probably for me is one day being a Twitch partner and doing something with it because I probably will play video games until my hands can't move, and then at that point there's going to be some sort of device that they've already created, but I could use my mouth, and then my mouth will give up.
Or
I'll
my
probably be
feet.
playing video
I'm gonna have
games
to try
until
my feet
right.
fall off or
There's a
something.
streamer out there that plays PUBG,
I know. I've
got
got a
got
PUBG
feet.
report.
Like yeah, I've been deleted by it. Like that's that moment where you're like, is this the moment that I just throw the Xbox away or
Oh, same. I did the same thing, and I'm like, dude. And then I watched his stream, and I'm like, Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Impressive.
Wow.
Impressive.
Well, Ginger, thanks. I'm gonna go eat and hang out.
Yeah.
Thanks for this, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, everybody.
Awesome.
So if you're not following my YouTube, you can watch it because you probably missed the host speech, which I had internet problems at first. I had to do some switching around, but I think everything's good now. So
I was trying to fix what broke last night, and I think it came down to the USB cables failing. So
I ran into the same problem this morning.
I missed the first half hour of the show. I apologize. I wanted to be here.
Oh,
I really do hope great things for you. This is fun. I love stuff like this, kicking off new things, bringing and getting the other streamers involved. Um,
well, there's
I'm honored to be one of your first.
I got a list, dude, of people that I don't even know that I think, I don't know anything about them. So it's going to be, but I wanted my first few people to be people that I actually know. So,
Mhm.
So it kind of worked out. That's why I kind of moved you up because I knew you, but I didn't know you. So
Right.
it just helped. It just helps a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to do it about every 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And then that's it. But
I
Ginger,
love it.
have a good night and or have a good evening. Saturday
Yes.
shenanigans with Ginger. Y'all better check it out. He's so funny. So have a good night, buddy, and thank y'all.
Yeah. Have a great weekend.
Same. See y'all.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. We're going to end on that. I'm going to go eat, and I'll be streaming tonight if anybody's around. So thanks again. We'll see y'all later.